Make a note of this. You need to inform your people of this. Texas Transportation Code 545.422. Crossing sidewalk or hike and bike trail. A person may not drive a motor vehicle on a sidewalk area, or hike and bike trail except on a permanent or authorized temporary driveway. That means, for example, Bowie County. Let's use Bowie County. You can cross the trail to get from the property that's south of the right-of-way to get to Highway 82. But you cannot run up and down 82. Let's go down here. Does not prohibit the operation of a motor vehicle on a hike and bike trail in connection with maintenance of the trail. If I'm out there fixing fences, painting signs, changing light bulbs at a bathroom stop or something like that, can I use the service vehicle to run up and down the trail? Yes. Can anybody else run up and down the trail? No. They can only cross the trail in approved driveways, and it has to be crossing. Cannot be running up and down. Okay? 545.422. That is a Texas state law. Every municipality and every county needs to adopt this law as a local ordinance. You don't have to, but by doing it, you're doubly putting your citizenry on notice. That's what this state law is. The state law is valid no matter what. But if you'll adopt it as a local ordinance, you're basically sending a message. Okay? Steve, hit it. You don't know.
I have one question on that.
Go ahead.
Like for an authorized event, for example, we did the 5K out there, and was the organization authorized? We had to go put signs up. We had to have a vehicle in case someone got injured. We're authorized to take the motorized vehicle down, put signs up, set out people at different posts.
Is that intended for the public use or private use? There you go. Did you get permission from the county or somebody representing the county? There you go. Authorized. As long as it's authorized and or it's in service of the trail, you can run the motor vehicle up. Okay?
Does that have to be written authorization, or can I call somebody?
Do what?
Does that have to be written authorization, or can I call somebody?
Now, let me say this. It's whatever you think you can, that will buttress your claim. Say, for instance, the work day. You want to take a tractor and bush hog out there? That's in service of the trail.
Right. No, the reason I ask is because we have mature folks in Wolf City who haven't been on that trail since they were kids. And I can't put them on a horse. And but, you know, they try to talk me into buying a team so I can take wagons. And I'm not going to I'm not buying a team. But what I can do is I can hook my tractor up to my flatbed trailer, throw some hay bales on there, and one nice cool evening is hay ride them down that trail.
Is it an event?
I can do that, but the thing is, it helps me because there aren't as many people as I believe should be in Wolf City motivated to get that section of the trail cleaned up.
Right.
And but this, these group of folks that are interested in it, that want to do it, that would be perfect for them. They take their wives, they can go on the hay ride down the trail, and it'll help motivate them to be more
Let me tell you this, before you leave today, I'll bet you Bob Moody can tell you, he can get you a permission slip that you can run that tractor. As long as you're not trying to run a tractor and a hay baler to a hay field, because that's not what the trail's for.
Right.
But you're trying to do it for the benefit of the community, for elderly people, service. I guarantee you they won't have a bit of problem with y'all doing that. Okay? Any other questions, Steve?
I think the question that I pose and that she's posing there is, does the local trail manager have the right to say you're authorized to use this at this time for this purpose?
Yes.
That's the real question.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And that's the whole purpose of the thing. If I give you permission and you can satisfy me, it's for the general good of somebody, they're going to give it to me. What it's intended to do is say, look, these trails were designated hiking and biking, and under the law, motorized is not compatible. Why? Because eight-year-olds ripping and roaring up and down the trail on four-wheelers. Well, I'll give you a true example, and then I'm going to be through with this. We had a real successful trail ride, fundraising trail ride for the trail. It was about 2009. The word got out. We had a group come from DeQueen, I think it was. They sent some people down here. They wanted to ride our section of the trail because they wanted to have a trail ride too, a fundraising trail ride too. Okay? We didn't have any problems. But it was about four of them. They came on one weekend and they were going to try to schedule like 2 months later. Some kids on four-wheelers thought it was fun to catch them in a muddy spot out here east of town and to race at them in their four-wheelers and then at the last minute spin and throw mud on their horses. Now, folks, don't even get me started. But that's why the law had enough sense to say motorized is not compatible with hiking and biking and horse people. Okay? Now, this is the Texas State Code. Steve, one more real quick and we'll... Okay. Some people may try to argue with you and try to say that, well, under 663.037, if I equip my four-wheeler a certain way, I could still run my four-wheeler up that trail. Public street, road, or highway. Because public street, road, or highway, I don't see trail in there nowhere. Okay, so tell your cities, tell your counties, don't let somebody fool you by trying to claim that statute. That statute is truly for someone who is engaged in some kind of agricultural activity. If they'll put the proper signage on their tractor, or if they'll put the proper signage, and I think you got to have the big whip with the orange flag at the top, then they can literally ride on the highway right away. They can't ride on the road, but they can ride on the right away. They can ride off in the grass, and it's legal. But this code section does not apply to trails. It only applies to public roads, highways, and streets. Okay? All right, I'm through with that subject. I've covered the Supreme Court.